The business was going through a substantial amount of change. We were in the process of selling the business, but also acquiring JV stores. Before Adaptive, we had to do everything manually, which increased the risk of error. We needed a system that would allow us to consolidate and report in a timely manner and allow us time to analyse results rather than just crunching numbers.
What did you use before Workday Adaptive Planning?
Predominantly Excel and Cognos, and it was very manual in terms of what we did in Excel.
Why did you choose Workday Adaptive Planning?
We saw the simplicity of it being able to be controlled and managed via the finance team rather than having to have an external BI team support us in terms of our reporting. For example, I've been able to rebuild the management reporting framework whereby it's a refresh rather than us having to compile a number of different Excel workbooks together.
How long did it take you to choose Workday Adaptive Planning?
Once we had the demonstration from Forpoint, we knew that it was a solution that would meet all our business requirements from a reporting but also a budgeting and forecasting perspective. Breaking up the project was substantially easier both from a resourcing perspective but also allowed us to spend a lot of time focusing on the one task at hand. This allowed us to build a strong knowledge of the fundamental actuals reporting and then focus our attention to the budgeting aspect, which allowed us to truly understand the benefits and the strengths of Adaptive.
How was working with Forpoint as far as implementation, training and support?
So from the very start, Michael and Paul were fantastic to deal with. They were very organised, they were very concise in what they needed from us to complete the project, but were very clear in terms of where we were at and also made themselves very available to us as and when questions arose. And I think that led us to having a very successful project, and we've seen the benefits in using Workday Adaptive now because of Forpoint.
How has Workday Adaptive Planning improved your processes?
Both internally and externally from the finance team, the business has really taken a liking to Adaptive. We're seeing more engagement both from the finance team with other stakeholders in the business, and that's allowed us to build our business acumen, but also provide other departments with support from a financing perspective. It substantially improved our processes. Our management report consists of 50 slides covering a wide array of the business, both from FTEs, our merchandising, our marketing team. And by using Adaptive, we're able to consolidate all our data and graphs, refresh an Excel workbook, refresh the PowerPoint slide, and then distribute that for the business to come together and produce a report that is in a timely manner, but also allows us to make change in the business or positive change in the business.
Do you have any measurable factors that can deem the project a success?
Being able to complete month-end within Workday 5. Historically, would complete month-end by Workday 15, which would include a management report, which would cover off a wide range of different business units across the business.
Which financial areas were you looking at to either redefine or to evolve?
The system's quite dynamic in terms of its functionality and ability to implement change. And as a result, we're constantly looking at improving processes and procedures using adaptive insights, but we're able to make those tweaks without having to use a BI team to administer those changes. This is allowing us to focus our attention in building fixed asset registers within adaptive cash flow forecasts, which will provide the business with significant benefit in the future.
As an organisation, you have experienced a tremendous amount of growth. How has Workday Adaptive Planning assisted within that process?
Over the past 6 months, we've recently been acquired by an ASX listed business, but also have acquired 12 joint venture stores. That has required us to consolidate a large number of entities in a short time period to report to our parent entity. As a result, using adaptive insights, we're able to consolidate very quickly, but also focus on the added value of analysing numbers and providing the business with insights. I believe the fixed asset register is something that we'd really like to tackle next. We would like to produce something that's consolidated and easily attainable every month, rather than having to consolidate 25 different fixed asset registers manually. One of the things that we loved about Forpoint was that they gave us training to really build a solid framework and understanding of the system, and that allowed us to resolve issues internally rather than having to use a third-party provider, or whether it be Forpoint. We knew that they would always be there to support us if we needed them, but from experience, we've been able to resolve a lot of the issues ourselves.